Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you could strum through a song called Come On Billy by Harvey. And we're going to start out on an A minor chord, and the way you play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and third finger on the G string second fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and that sounds really, really sad. And then from the A minor, we'll be going to a C major chord in our intro. And when we play C major, first finger stays on the B string first fret, second finger on the D string second fret, and the third finger goes to the A string on the third fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And we're basically alternating between those chords on that intro, kind of the A minor, C, A minor, C. But a lot of times with a song like this, to make it more interesting, I like using something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the A minor and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up, down, down, up, up, down, up. So you're gonna do that a lot with your right hand to get used to it. And if we try to kind of working that through our intro, the weird part is the A minor and the C kind of half the strum pattern. So you may want to do the A minor with kind of a down, down, up, and then go to your C for the up, down, up. A minor, down, down, up, C, up, down, A minor, down. Kind of hear these cool little hammer-on licks at the beginning where you can take the A minor and then kind of start without your fingers down and then kind of try and get kind of laying on that first down, kind of laying in the A minor is kind of a hammer-on idea. So you have A minor, down, up, C, up, down, A minor, hammer on, down, up, C, up, down, A minor, hammer on, down, up, C, up, down, A minor, down, up, C, up, down. Now another strum pattern that would match the recording a little bit closer would be something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot to the beat, right now we're kind of dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is long down, 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 up, up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A minor and do a down for 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, that's what you're doing on the first beat. Then on the second beat, you're doing a down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, down, down, up, down, down, up, down, down, up. And then on the third beat, you're doing an up on 2, down on 3. So you're going 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, up, down, 1, up, down, 1, up, down. And then on the fourth beat, you're going down, up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. So down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So all together, you have down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up, down, 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 up, down, down, up, down. So what can be really cool is to start out with the A minor with the down, 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 up, down, and then hit the C with kind of a 2 down on it. It's kind of a variation of that. See that A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, down, down, A minor, down, up, down, C, down, down, A minor, down, up, down, C, down, down. Or you can kind of work that whole strum pattern around that too. Down, C, down, up, A minor, down, up, down, C, down, down. I don't know how you're feeling. And then from there, then we go into our verse part. And our verse starts off with an A minor C, and we do that 3 times. And then we go to a D minor chord, and we play D minor. First finger goes to the high E on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and the third or the fourth finger on the B string on the third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. And then from the D minor, then we go to an F major chord. We play F major. I'll talk about an easy way to play this, but if you know the bar F, you do your first finger across the entire first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, third finger on the A string third fret, and the pinky on the D string third fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an F major bar chord, and it sounds really, really happy. Now a good substitute for that if you're just starting out is something called F major 7. We play F major 7. First finger goes to the B string on the first fret, second finger on the G string second fret, and the third finger on the D string third fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds an F major 7. It sounds really, really happy. And then from the F, we're going to be going to a G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A string on the second fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really, really happy. And on that part, actually, it's almost like you would half the D minor, kind of the down, down, up, and then kind of hit the F with the down, G with the down. Or you could even kind of work it as 2 downs. D minor, down, up, F, G. So if we tried our down, down, up through the verse, you'd have A minor, down, up, C, A minor, down, up, C, A minor, down, up, C, up, down, and then D minor, down, up, F, G. Or if we tried our 16th pattern, on that D minor F part, you could do the D minor with a down, 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 up, and hit the F with kind of a down, down, up, G with a down, down, up, to kind of half that. So we'd have A minor, down, down, up, down, C, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, A minor, down, down, up, down, C, D minor, F, G, kind of through the verse. And then from there, we'd be repeating that. So A minor, C, A minor, C, A minor, C, D minor, F, G, A minor, C, A minor, C, A minor, C, D minor, F, G. And then from there, we go into our chorus part. And our chorus starts on D minor, and then we go to an A minor chord, and then we go to an E minor chord, and we play E minor. First finger goes to the A string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord. That sounds really, really sad. And then from the E minor, we go back to A minor, and then we go back to D minor, and then we go to A minor, and then we go to an E minor, and then we do another E minor. So you could do that with a down, down, up, and then you have D minor, down, up, down, up, A minor, down, down, up, down, E minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, down, up, down, D minor, down, down, up, down, A minor, down, 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 E minor, down, 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 E minor, down, down, Now something else I think about adding to that, though, is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, you could throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the D minor, you have the D string for your bass. On your A minor, you have the A string for the bass. On the E minor, you have the low E for the bass. And on the F bar, we have the low E string for the bass. On the G, we'd have the low E for the bass. And on the F major 7, we'd have the D for the bass. And on the E minor, you'd have the low E string for the bass. And so we tried that chorus with a bass down, up, down, up. We'd have D minor, down, up, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, D minor with the E bass, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, D minor with the E bass, down, down, A minor with an A bass, down, down, E minor with the E bass, down, down, E minor with the E bass, down, down, Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could have D minor, A minor, to the 16th, and then have D minor with the D bass, A minor with an A bass, D minor with the E bass, A minor with an A bass, D minor with the E bass, A minor with an A bass, A minor with the E bass, A minor with the E bass. And then from there, we're going back into our verse part. Now, if you wanted to, you could kind of work that at adding basses too. And you could have A minor with a bass, down, up, C with an A, down, up, A minor, C, A minor, C, and then D minor with a bass, and then F, G, A minor with an A bass, C, A minor with an A bass, C, A minor with an A bass, C, D minor, F, G. Or if you're digging on the 16th, you could kind of work that with kind of an A minor with an A bass, and then kind of work the halving with a C. You could do a D bass, down, down up on the D minor, and then go to the F for kind of a bass down, a G with low E bass. That would be a cool way to kind of work that out. minor, D bass, down, up, F, down, up, G, bass, down, up. So you have A minor, C, A minor, J bass, C, A minor, C, D minor, G, A minor, C, A minor, then we go into kind of a bridge part. It's kind of a little variation. So we tried that with the bass, down, up, down, up. We'd have A minor then A bass, and then D minor then D bass, A minor then A bass, G with Louis bass, A minor then A bass, D minor then D bass, D minor then D bass, E minor Louis bass, E minor Louis bass. Or if we tried that with our bass 16th, we'd have A minor, back into our verse part. So we go back to the A minor, C, A minor, C, A minor, C, D minor, and G. And then from there, then we go into our outro part, which is kind of like our intro. We just kind of vamp on the A minor, C minor, A minor. So feel free to kind of take all these ideas and kind of mix them up and find a way that works for you to play the tune. Kind of see what you can say with it. That's the basics of how you can strum through Come On Billy by PJ Harvey. So good luck!